Hello everybody, this is Zaxter99. This game just came out less than an hour ago on Steam, and I want to go ahead and share this game with you. It's less than $5 and it's actually a hell of a lot of fun. Now this isn't Destiny, the big console game that came out a couple years ago. This is Dicetiny, and this is actually a really fun dice and card game. It starts off with this little story here, Episode 1, Lord of Dice. Ancient lords of the races found in a sacred board, and they were given dice created by greater powers known as Dicetiny. 3 for the elves, 7 for the dwarves, 9 for humans, and none for whining trolls. They coexisted in peace, well, most of the times, but one day a rumor began to spread, started by the trolls, who else, that there was one die that ruled them all. That kind of sounds like the Lord of the Rings, one. Anyway, hordes raged, and thousands of lives, including zombies and dinos, were lost before peace was restored. Thousands of years passed, and the existence of Dicetiny were forgotten from the creatures. However, 2 great sages found 2 Dicetiny, and the dark side of Dicetiny corrupted one of them. He began to call himself Dead Serious, and his evil force began to threaten the world peace. Seriously. The other sage goes on a journey believing that only the one die that rules the rest can save the world from him. One day he arrives in a village and meets a hero. So that's a pretty clever, unique little story to go for this game. But the fact is, this game's less than $5. I read on the Steam page this game is in early access. They plan to develop this a lot more through, people making suggestions and reporting problems and bugs and that kind of thing. And they said it's only 25% of what they plan to charge once it's completed. So that means they plan on this game being around $20 once it's done. So if you want to get this game now's the time to do it, while you're only going to pay a fraction of the cost. Again, for $4.99 US, only $4.49 its first week on Steam. And again, this game just launched, so if you're watching this video, a month down the line, 3 months down the line, 6 months down the line, keep in mind that the game's probably progressed a lot since what you're seeing in this video. So we're going to go ahead and start the game. I'm going to explain this game the best I can to you. Now, as you play this game, it is a single-player game. Kind of like Magic the Gathering or something like that. The objective is to take the opponent's health below 0 or to 0, and then you win. So you do have decks of cards that you can actually edit, so you can actually have multiple decks of cards that you can actually get. You can actually add one. You can select a character to add the deck to. So, and then you can actually go in and edit your deck of cards. So it shows you how many of each kind of card you have. You can actually read about them. And you can, edit them or whatever you want to do. I'm going to go ahead and stick with the default deck right now, just to kind of show you guys how this works. And then you can play a scenario, or you can go to the game guide. Now, if you go to the game guide, what it does is it actually launches. Let me show you here. It actually launches this. This is available on Steam in the guides forum of Dicetiny. And it kind of shows you the layout of the screen, what everything means, your hero, your enemy's hero, your action points, your gold. Kind of shows you how the game works, which is exactly what I'm going to do in this video the best that I can. So we're going to go ahead and jump back into the game here, and we're going to go ahead and play a scenario. So as you can see, you can't progress through the game until you actually beat certain levels. So I only played one game of this, so I'm certainly not an expert, but one thing I do know is that it's pretty darn fun. So we're going to go ahead and, I don't think you can go into these. I think these are locked out right now. But we're going to go ahead and go here. And then you choose your deck, any of the decks of cards that you want to go with. And stage 2. I've already completed stage 1. And so we have me versus this lady. You both have 30 health. It shows how many action points you have in the blue. And then your attack. So I have a 2 attack, she has a 2 attack. We're basically, shut up, you took the chest, and we're going to fight. So every game, every battle is going to start with each player selecting a starting bonus. You can either take +1 to your attack, +1 to your action points, or 100 gold. Now, gold is useful to actually buy cards or hire minions on the game board, and there's random minions that you can either, if you land on here based on your dice rolls, you'll either have to fight them or you can hire them, and to hire them takes money. To actually buy cards to hold in your hand, which can do special things and spells and minions or whatever that you can play on the board, also costs money. So money is definitely good. Action points, every time you actually take a new turn, you're going to get +1 to your action points. So I wouldn't go with +1 to your action points right away, because you're going to have 7, and 7's the most action points you can have on any given turn, unless you get some more from a card that you play or something like that. So I don't know that this would be a huge advantage. I could be wrong, but you always get 100 gold, and the enemy player seems like they always get 150 gold. They get an additional 50 gold for some reason, I guess because the computer's not as smart as we are. I don't know. Anyway, really, to me, it really comes down to I want a +1 attack or 100 gold. I'm going to go ahead and jump on the +1 attack. And so now you can see my attack is 3 compared to my enemy's 2. And maybe she took the gold. I don't know. So anyway, on each turn, we have a starting location here for both me and my enemy. Okay, and anytime we land on the same space, we're going to automatically fight. Same way as if I roll these dice and I land, I believe I go counterclockwise around the board and she goes the other direction around the board. But this is kind of like your starting spot is kind of like Go on Monopoly. So every time you pass it, you're going to gain, I believe it's +1 to your attack and +1 to... No, I think you get 100 gold. So I believe you get 100 gold. You get some bonuses. I believe it's +1 to your attack and 100 gold every time you basically pass the starting spot. Now, if you land on any of these different things, like right here, if you land on the temple here, this square here would be a temple. And there you can actually buy special items to make you stronger, I believe. I haven't landed there. Here is a dungeon where you'll fight like a random monster, and if you win, you get, special cards probably. I haven't landed there yet either. But then if every time somebody actually goes through the dungeon and wins, it becomes a progressively harder dungeon. And then here is like an event. So like some random event for loot will take place if you land on that square, whoever lands on it. So, and then all these are different, either good or bad minions. It'll show their action points and their attack in the red there, and it'll also say summon. They can do 1 damage to your hero. Now some of these guys actually have a taunt, like this guy right here has a taunt. So if you pass it over him, let's say that she rolls a 8, right, the computer, and the computer is going to go the opposite way for me, counterclockwise. So if she rolls an 8 and she goes over this guy, his taunt is going to immediately stop her right there. So she's going to land on him and either have to fight him or hire him with her money. Now if she beats him and fights him and beats him, then she'll get a certain amount of gold as well. So you'll kind of see how this game works. It shows what round you're in right up here. And the game does have some nice settings as well. As far as options, you have the ability to lower your music. I like the sliding bars and the sound effects. You have lots of different options for your resolution, full screen or not. And it looks like they'll probably add some more languages as this game progresses through its early access. So pretty nice there. And you also have the surrender option. That's a pretty nice feature as well. So we're going to go ahead and continue here. And we're going to go ahead and start off. Notice we only have 1 action point. You're going to have 2 special abilities at each hero, and you can have different heroes. You can select different heroes for each game, but each hero has 2 special attacks or special abilities that'll appear here and here, and each one costs either 1 or 2 action points. We need to level up or whatever, and then we'll actually get our second special ability. So right now we can roll the dice is the big thing we want to do, and then we're going to move counterclockwise. I guess we're moving, and I've landed here on this blessed corn. It has a 2 attack. I can in 1 lap gains +2 levels. Okay, so I can either battle this blessed corn, and it's going to do 2 battle to me, and I can probably kill it, but not before it does 2 battle to me. Or I can hire it, and the cost to hire it is 50 gold, and it shows me here that I have 100 gold. Well, I'm going to go ahead and hire this rather than battle this guy and take those wounds to lick. So I'm going to go ahead and hire him. Takes 50 gold away from me. Now this is my blessed corn. It's my minion, if you would say. And it'll actually do damage to my enemy should she land here. So now I have 1 action point, and I can either use my remaining 50 gold to draw a card, or I can do both of these actually. I can use an action point to gain +1 level to a friendly minion. Let's go ahead and do that, show you how that works, because I don't have anything else I can do. I don't have enough action points to play any of these cards I hold in my hand. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. And that's going to be a permanent, I believe that's a permanent attack bonus to a friendly minion, at least until it gets in a battle. And now you can see it has 3. Now I'm going to go ahead and use my remaining 50 gold to go ahead and draw a card. These cards can come in handy. It takes my gold away and it shows me what I got. If I want to see it better, I can just come down, hover over it, and it says deal as much damage as your current attack to all enemies on the same space, and that only costs 1 action point. So that's pretty nice, especially if you have a minion or the enemy on the same space as you. You know, after a fight's over or whatever, this can be the finishing blow. Just that card there. So really don't have anything else to do right now except in my turn. So we're going to go ahead and do this. We're going to watch the enemy play her turn. She gets +1 to her attack. She's moving. And she lands on a trap that does 3 damage to her health. So she spends 50 gold to get a card. It shows me what card she did. She does 2 damage to a character. And of course she's going to do it to... Oh, she did it to a minion. I figured she'd do it to me. Maybe she can't do it to me. I'm not sure. So... Again, I don't know all the ins and outs of this game, but I know enough about it to basically play it, and it's pretty darn fun, I can tell you that. So let's go ahead and take our turn now. Now you notice we have 2 action points. You get 1 new action point every time it's your turn, and then to pass go, that's when you actually get an increase, I believe, a +1 increase to your attack and 100 gold. So we're going to go ahead and roll the dice here. And I didn't land on her, but anytime you pass this area over here, the shop, you can either pass by or you can enter it. And I'll just enter it to show you what I have, but I don't have any money. But you do need money to buy any of these cards, and it offers you the ability to actually buy a new card. The most cards you can hold in your hand at any given time is 5. So like, let's say I had 5 cards. I only have 4 now, but I don't have enough gold to buy any of these anyway because they're all 50 gold. But let's say that I had 50 gold and I bought one of these cards, and let's also say that I had 5 cards already in my hand. Well, evidently the card at the leftmost goes back into your deck of 15 cards. So, you know, you'll draw it later, but you can only hold a maximum of 5 anytime. So we're going to go ahead and leave since we don't have enough money to buy any of these cards, but some of these cards could be nice cards. And keep in mind that the enemy could land on the spot, or anytime she passes a store, she can actually go in and buy these same cards as well. So... I believe she has the same card. She may have different cards available to her, but I'm assuming the same cards that are available to me are available to her. That would make sense. So we're going to go ahead and... I can't do anything here in my cards. I don't have enough action points, but I do have enough action points to give me +2 attack for the next battle. So I'm going to go ahead and do this, and this rage continues to build up. So if I don't battle anything, it could be a minion or it could be my enemy. We don't know yet. But I'm going to go ahead and give myself the ability to do even more damage next time I fight. So I'm going to go ahead and do myself. That'll use up all my action points. And you'll see that I get a +2 to my attack. Now I'm at 5. Really don't have anything else to do, so I'm going to go ahead and end my turn. Enemy takes her turn. And she rolls a 3, so she lands right where I died. Good thing I did that rage, huh? So now we're going to fight. My 5 hits her, but keep in mind you have... I thought we had a defense, but no, we don't have a defense. So I did 5 to her, she did 3 to me. And now it's my turn. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and... Now notice I have an extra action point here. I'm going to go ahead and do this again. And I'm going to go ahead and use my remaining action point to actually give a +1 to a friendly minion, just in case she lands here. I don't know, actually, no, oh, she killed my minion already. So I can't even do that. So let's see here. Now also notice that I have one action point, so she killed my minion. That's who she killed earlier when she was attacking a character. She killed that cornstalk minion that I had. And when the computer plays, it plays pretty fast, so unless you're watching carefully, you won't see everything they do. Now notice my cards here. The only one highlighted is the only card that I can actually do right now, because I only have one action point left over here. But sometimes, even if you have enough action points to use a card, you still won't have that card highlighted in green here, because you won't meet whatever criteria is needed for that spell on the card. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and roll the dice, or the die, and it'll show you where you're going to land right here. You can see I'm going to land on this guy here, battle. And the reason there's a battle is because I have no gold to buy him off. I put him to rest, but not before he actually did his 5 damage to me and knocked me down to 22 health. I have 22 health. My enemy has 22 health. This is a good battle so far. So I don't have any friendly minions that I can give this +1 to, so it looks like a waste of a point. No use doing that. Do as much damage as you can to all enemies on the same space. Well, I don't have any enemies here, so I'm going to go ahead and end my turn. Computer's rolling 1-2. We'll try to watch her a little more carefully now. She used her remaining gold to buy a card. Oh, she's going to do a firebolt, probably to... Oh, she did a firebolt to that? That was odd. Okay. So I've leveled up. I've got another action point here, because this is the 4th round. And she'll get her additional action point on her next turn. Remember, I started. So I'm going to go ahead. Notice now I have 2 cards that are actually highlighted here that I can do. So now I have this option: deal 4 damage to all enemies within 1 space. Well, I could kill both of these guys with all my action points, but is that really something I want to do right now? Probably not. I'm going to go ahead and... First of all, I'm going to go ahead and give me some rage here so I can kill something if I land on it. Who knows, I might land on her space again as I pass go here. And I'm going to go ahead and roll my dice. So 8, I went over her. And notice I did get my 100 gold. I have 150 gold now. And so now I can buy one of these cards. Change position with a hero for 50 gold. Move a hero 1 space backwards for 50 gold. Or enemy hero moves backward 1 space. A couple of these could be pretty handy. I think I'm going to take it so she has to move back 1 space. I'll buy that card. That could come in handy. I'm not sure. Not going to draw another card because I already have 5 cards here. I don't have any friendly minions. Let's see here. And minions would actually be in the orange down here, I believe the Demon Hunter and the Elven Warrior. Those are both minions that would actually, if I cast them, I would summon those guys, and they would appear right here next to me. But I don't believe I could cast them, even if I had the action points. Based on where I'm at, I believe I have to be on an area that can hold a minion. I don't believe these multi-brick ones can hold an enemy. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and end our turn. She rolled a 9. She passes go. She gets her 100 gold and an increase to her attack, I believe. She's fighting a drunkard. And she bought a card. A lightning bolt, deal 3 damage to all enemies within 3 spaces. Blink, teleport to a random space within 3 spots. So now she's going to fight this guy. She hired him, notice. So now she owns this one. So pretty interesting game, as you can see. She's taken some damage with her battle, so she has actually less health than I have right now. So right here, notice that even though I have the 5 action points, like I say, I can't summon one of these guys because you can't summon one on this kind of a square. I believe you have to be on one of these wooden squares to actually place a minion. Like, I don't think I could even place one right here. So we're going to go ahead and buff up again. And what is this? I don't remember what that is. That might be a trap. I'm wondering if I should... I'm not sure what this is. I'm going to go ahead and place this one. Enemy hero moves backward 1 space. Put her on that, whatever that is. I'm going to find out what that is when she goes. So let's try that. So she has to move back here. And it is it's teleport to a dungeon. That might make her more powerful, but she might take some damage as well. So she teleports to this dungeon, has to fight this guy. He does his 3 damage to her. And what did I get? I got it's brown, so that means that's a minion. I actually got that minion. Interesting. I don't know how exactly that happened, but somehow I got the minion she battled as a card, as a playable card. That's pretty cool. Alright, so let's go ahead and roll the dice here. And I'm going to be way over here. I don't think I can place a minion there. Oh, a guy taunted me. He had taunt, so I can't go over him. He taunted me. I killed him, but he did some damage to me before he died. And I don't think... Yeah, see, I still... Nope, I can place one of these. I have 2 of 5 left. Okay, so on these empty squares here, I can summon a creature. We'll go ahead and summon this guy. Boom. And he'll be right there by me. Now, if I had 1 action point left, I could have used my special ability to give him a +1, but I don't. I do have 50 gold, though, however, so I will draw a card to replace the card that I just had. And this is a triple lariat, deal 4 damage to all enemies within 1 space range. Okay, that might come in handy. So as you can see, if I had 4 action points right now, I could do 4 damage to her because she's in 1 space. You can see the blue area there. So like I say, this is a pretty fun kind of a dice and card game, and you can see how that no 2 games are ever going to be the same. So I really like this game quite a lot, and like I say, this is only my 2nd game I've played. It's actually a lot of fun. I like the way it's done. We're going to go ahead and end our turn. Enemy turn. 6. Wizard armor. Ignore any damage that somebody does. Oh, now she also has 1. Now she has 1 defense as well. So if I attack her for like 10, I think she'd only take 9 damage. Alright, so I didn't see what else she did there. She's buying a card, I see that. Deal 1 damage to all characters on 1 space. Okay, so she did 1 damage to my little... That's not my guy, that's just a drunkard. My guy's up here. Alright, so it's my turn. Now I have 6 action points. Notice she only has 5. And, let's see here. I'm wondering if I should load another... I don't know if I can load up... Yeah, see, I can't put another minion on the same square. So I guess I'm going to go ahead and buff up with this. And anytime you get in a battle, you lose any buffs that you had, so you have to start back over where you were. And I'm going to go ahead and roll the dice. Actually, I have 5 cards already, so yes, I'll go ahead and roll the dice right now. Come over here, I'm landing on this guy. I have a battle. But I could hire him for 100 gold. And he's just a taunt guy, but he does have 4... he can hit for 4 damage. I don't know if I should hire him or not. I think I will. I think I'm going to go ahead and hire him because I don't want to take the damage and be down to where she's at on health. So I'll go ahead and hire him rather than battle him. Knocks me down to 50 gold. I'm okay with that. And now I'm going to go ahead and use one of my... Let's see. 4 damage within 1 space. 1 space. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do a battle cry. I'm going to go ahead and make him a little more powerful, hoping that she lands on him soon. So he goes from 4 to 5 on his damage. And I don't need a card, so I'm not going to spend the 50 gold on that. I'm going to go ahead and just end my turn. So she's going to roll. She's about to pass her go, basically. So she got 1 to her attack. She earned 100 gold. And she landed right on the same one as me. We both did damage to each other. But now she has to fight my minion. She killed him, but not before she took even more damage. So she took 7 damage there, I believe, or 4 damage total. I think she lightning bolted me for 1. Oh, she's doing damage to my minion up here. And then I had to fight her floating brain. This is going by really quick. Anyway, now she teleported. Doing an ice bolt. This guy, I guess. Nope. To right there. Wow, I couldn't even keep up. That game was going so fast. I think one suggestion for the developers in this game already is because I'm not familiar enough with the game. You know, once I get more familiar with it, I'll probably understand exactly what she's doing, and it's going to be fine going that fast. But right now, they should actually have an okay. All they need to do is put an okay, 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 so you can kind of see what happened, and then once you're ready to proceed, just hit okay, okay. You know, at least give you that option so that you can progress at your own speed, so you can kind of keep up with what's going on, rather than her just having to do, you know, 6 different things on her turn, and me kind of clueless as to exactly what happened. So that would be my advice, just until you know, once, like I say, once you played this game 10 times, you probably won't need that. But for starting players, the ability to just hit OK or something like that, or have that an option that you can set, would be a nice feature. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and continue on here. And notice it's my turn. I have 7 action points now. I need to pass go so I get another 100 gold and get 1 to my attack. I'm going to go ahead and buff up here again, though. I guess I'll go ahead and buff my minion up. Actually, don't I have something that I can attack within 1 space range, give twice as much damage to a battling enemy? Yeah, I can cast this. Let's go ahead and put this guy out, and he'll be a minion right here. He has a 5 attack. And, let's see. Can't use any cards to do damage to her anyway. I'm going to go ahead and buff him up. I'm going to go buff this one up. Give him a little more attack. There we go. I think that red means he's been damaged already. So, anyway, we're going to go ahead and roll the dice. I did pass my go, so I collected money, and I got another point to my attack. Now I'm battling this drunkard. He cost 150 gold. So I think it said in the guide that every time you buy a minion, the next one's going to cost more money. I believe that's why the first one was 100 and now this one's 150. Summon, deal 1 damage to your hero. Boy, I don't know if I should buy this guy or not. I guess I'll go ahead and do it because I don't want to take the 4 damage, and I don't have any kind of a defense right now, any kind of armor or anything. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'm out of here. Let the enemy go. Magic missile, do 2 damage to a character. So she is going to blow up this guy. She's doing an ice bolt, deal 1 damage to all characters within a space. I don't see what she did there. I'm not seeing that she's attacking anything. Computer AI may actually need a little bit of work because I don't see why she's attacking like empty spaces. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Maybe I'm missing something, but anyway, it's our turn. We are going to moving her back would deal damage within. That won't do me any good. Okay, we're just going to go ahead and buff up here. Make me a nice, powerful 9 attack here. And we do have a minion we can buff up. We'll go ahead and buff this guy up. Make him a 6. And then we're going to go ahead and roll the die. And I don't have any money, so I'm going to have to pass that. Alright, Bless of the Temple. So I landed on the temple. This is the first time I've landed on the temple. If I had gold, I could either buy a +3 defense, +3 hit points, or +3 to my attack. Dang, that'd be nice if I had gold. One reason not to spend all your gold, I guess, in case you land on the temple. That's a pretty nice square. That's kind of like the free parking in Monopoly or something. But you got to have money. So I can't do anything there. I do have action points, but I guess I could kill... Well, I don't know why I'd want to kill my own minion. Deal 4 damage to all enemies within 1 space. Yeah, I don't see anything that I can do here. I'm just going to go ahead and end my turn. Pretty close game. She has 10 health. I have 11. She's way up here in the dungeon now. Hopefully she takes some damage down there. Ooh, a Ghost King. Kill any minion damaged. It did do 3 damage to her somehow. I just noticed it didn't have any attack, but now she's teleporting over here, doing battle with this guy. Knocked her down to 2 health. So she's hurting. She is getting money for killing these minions, but again, I don't see what she attacked there. Was there even anything there? She cast her ice spell over here, but I didn't see nothing. Anyway, I guess she can't attack me, or naturally she'd be attacking me. I'll go ahead and buff up. And I'll roll the dice. Maybe I'll land on something that I can lay down this guy or something. So I'll save my action points. Alright, I do have gold now because I just passed my go, basically my starting point. And I can basically buy a minion. This guy's only 50. Same cost as this guy that does 3 attack. This meat chopper does 6 attack. I guess this means that he uses... I have to have 5 action points left, or he's not going to be able to fight. I assume that's what that means. This guy does 8, though. Deals 2 damage to all characters on the same line. Wow. Let's try this guy. I'll buy him for 50 gold. Heck yeah. And then... I can't put him here, though. She's 2 spaces away. I don't see that I can do anything here to hurt her. I guess I'll go ahead and buff up my enemy again. Battle Cry. Make him a 7. And then I'll end my turn. She's rolling her dice. She's way up here, pass and go again. Oh, she's fighting me somehow. And I killed her. Okay, I don't exactly know why I fought her, but... Stop! We are not your enemy. Oh, wait, okay, my bad. I thought you were. She says something about a chest. I said, chest? Yes, a few days ago, an ancient chest was found in the... I was sent by the monks to investigate, but it's still the test. This is where you really need okay, because I can't even read this fast, especially on YouTube. But it really needs an okay to progress. I understand that a lot of people don't want to click, you know, that okay. But I found I got a new card with winning that one, so now I can actually look in my deck. And I don't know where my new card is. Let's see. I don't think it went here. To my deck. Select one to edit. Oh, this is where you can kind of select your hero, and then it has their own specific decks that you can use. That's cool. Alright, so right now I have her selected as my hero. As you can see, select, save, back. So now I believe she is my hero. So now if I go in here, I can choose. Now this one is opened up. Notice this one had bars on it before. So I can actually battle this player. And my deck, I'll choose her. Stage 3, the hood is mine. And the wolf with the little Red Riding Hood, huh? See, this is a clever game. Grrr. Normal people don't greet each other that way. Are you okay? Grrr, grrr. What in the world? He looks dangerous. Be careful, everyone. So pretty clever little dialogues there. And now you can see I'm on a completely different kind of map. Completely different characters, and again I'm choosing the same kind of thing. I'll go ahead and choose the gold this time just for the heck of it, and you know, we're gonna play the game again. So really fun game. I mean, this game's $4.49 in American money on sale, $4.99 regular price. You can't go wrong with this game, especially if you like dice rolling games, a little bit of strategy involved, you know, kind of make you think. If you liked Magic the Gathering, you'll probably feel right at home with this kind of game as well, which kind of mixes the Magic the Gathering kind of game with, you know, a dice rolling game and a board kind of game where you move around and, you know, have different squares that you land on. So I really like this game. I think it's a lot of fun. Definitely going to get my 2 thumbs up. Value, I'm going to go ahead and score this game based on my scoring system. Value, I think this game offers a unique value here because the game's going to be different almost every time you play it. I can't see any 2 games being exactly the same. You're going to have games that are similar, yeah, but for less than $5, I think the value is way up there in this game. I'm going to go ahead and give the value on this game a 35 out of 40. My next criteria for a game is how much fun is it? Out of 30 points, I think this game is actually a hell of a lot of fun for a little game like this. If you like dice games, you like card games, I think this game's a lot of fun. I'm going to go ahead and give the fun level on this one a 25 out of 30. So right now we're at a 60 points. We have 2 criteria left that I score my games on, all my games. The next one is controls and bugs. This one, you know, for early access is very impressive. There's no bugs that I see. The controls are really nice. I mean, it's just click what you want to do. Can't get simpler than that. So 20 out of 20 for there. I can't see anywhere to knock it down for that. So now we're at an 80, and my last criteria is graphics and sound. I don't think graphics are nearly as important as value and how much fun you're having in the game, because let's face it, there's a lot of games out there that may not have the best graphics, but they're still a hell of a lot of fun to play. And that's why graphics and sound is really the least important in my grading criteria. Yeah, it's a little bit important because, you know, obviously a game that immerses you with its great graphics, like Skyrim, for example, can make the game more fun. So it's obviously important enough to at least put on there. But to me, it's just icing on the cake. And for this one, the graphics and sound is, you know, it does the job fine. It's pretty clever. I like the way the dice look. I like the way the little characters look and stuff like that. I'm going to go ahead and give it a 7 out of 10. So for a game in early access that is only charging 25% of the cost that they, you know, plan to have it when it actually is finished, less than $5 to get a $20 game and actually help them make it better by being able to go in once you play it a few times, give the developers your suggestions, your ideas. I think that's also of some value as well. A lot of people look at early access as, no, I want to stay away from them. I actually like the ability to actually give my comments and feedback to the developers to kind of give, you know, my 2 cents, and maybe a developer is going to take my idea and that'll be part of their finished game. I always like that, and I like that ability, feeling like the developers value my opinion. So the only thing I've really suggested is an OK button, or at least an option to put an OK. So like when the computer's moving or when dialogue's being read, you can click OK and it doesn't go so fast for those of us that can't, you know, watch everything that quick or read everything that quick. So at least have an option in the menu somewhere to actually be able to progress by hitting OK rather than having it flash so quickly. That's really my only feedback for the developers after playing 2 games of it right here. So an impressive score, though, for a game this early in early access, to score an 87 out of 100. And a lot of that, keep in mind, is coming from the value and the fun factors of the game, my most 2 important criteria in grading any game. So again, my score, 87 out of 100. And if you enjoy the Magic the Gathering, you enjoy dice games, you enjoy board games, this is going to be real close to a must-buy. Go out and get it now before this game's $20 in a few months. So thanks so much for watching my video. Be sure you put it down in the comments below what you guys think. Be sure you rate my video, and be sure you subscribe to me so you get all my videos where I actually go in and rate these indie games, another game I've never heard of until I saw it launch on Steam just a little bit ago. So thanks so much for watching, everybody. This has been Zaxter99, and we'll see you in the next one right here. Take care.